Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sleep by the Hearth. I gotta adjust the title for Twitch. It's no longer the pre-show, and I'm no longer eating food. So if you're one of those kind of people that want to listen to ASMR of me eating food, go ahead and tell me. I'll make it happen for you. Because I don't like eating food. Probably too much. So, I kind of wanted to, I don't know, take this one to vent. I hope I don't bring anybody down. By the way, I don't really know what to expect of this Tavern Brawl. I'm keeping Miss Collar and Acolyte of Pain, because, oh, it's Miss Collar, gotta do that. Gotta even Alakir the Windlord, oh my. So this one's all about changing your fate, which, oddly enough, it kind of oh man, what is Discover 4? Okay. Who knows what it's gonna be. Probably this guy's first time too. Oh, anyway, I don't know. Lately, when a minion dies, oh my. Hold on. Shuffle 10 unstable portals. Oh my god. When a minion dies, owner gets banana. End of each turn, swap on minions taking health. That'd be kind of good. Yeah, we'll do that one too. We'll make that happen. And we'll even put out Totem Golem. Well, yeah. So, I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, but lately I just kind of look around, I look at my life, and even though compared to other people's lives, okay, I'm generally doing okay. Like, I'm married to someone who's pretty awesome. I'm living in a pretty decent apartment. I have a full-time, I just acquired a full-time job which pays pretty well. But I'm worried. I'm worried. I really am. I don't know. I've been stuck at dead-end jobs before. And even though this one doesn't really look super dead-end, some of the people that I already work with kind of, you know, bringing me down like, oh man, you know, I get bored here so easily. I don't really want to stay at a place where I'm going to be bored every single day. I know there's always the option of finding something new, but where I live, there's not a lot of great options full-time for good pay that are kind of, you know, fulfilling, I guess. You know, it's kind of hard to really know what that means, fulfilling. But, I mean, I guess how is it different ones? Bells cost one less. That'd be good. And we'll do Coin Fade again. Alright, we're gonna squelch him after we read him, because why not? But, I don't know. I guess I'm just nervous about, even though I just started this job, and I know it's kind of a dumb thing to do, you know, like, kind of being negative about something before it really gets a chance to start, but let's see, over the past 10 years, I've worked 6 different jobs, and I'll even go into detail about them. You know, you may or may not care. When I first started out, back when I was, trying to think, I was 17. No, I think I was 18 at the time. I started working at McDonald's, and you know, no matter what, it's pretty much what anyone's gonna tell you. It's McDonald's. You know, McDonald's is McDonald's. It's always gonna be just that. McDonald's. Oh, I didn't know you get a coin off of recruits too. That's funny. Well, 2 can play at that game, almost. Let's get, well actually we can get ourselves a coin. Watch this. I know the commentary is kind of like me and whatever, I guess. But regardless, so I worked at McDonald's. It wasn't that great. You know, I worked there for a few months. Left. I was in college. Started up another job at a retail company called DSW Shoe Warehouse, which is just a really big shoe retailer. It's like the size of, I'd say the quarter of the size of like a Target or, you know, God forbid Walmart. I hate Walmart. But yeah, it's about the quarter size of a big box store, and it sold nothing but shoes. And I did that for, my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. I did it for about a year and a half. And I just went nuts. Went absolutely nuts there. And yeah, I didn't like go that nuts, but I went nuts. If any of that made sense, which I'm very, very, very certain that it didn't. But I just wasn't the greatest of times. That's fine. That's just kind of how it's gonna be. What do you really expect? Give 2-2. Man, I wish I would have known that. That's still pretty good. High 5, you can beat this. Still have 3 health. You can only have 1. There we go. God, I can't keep tearing myself away from this commentary from the game when I just want to talk life. But probably has helped me concentrate on the actual game, even though I don't technically need to win. But I did that for a while. That's fine. And then I went into DSW. I quit there. I didn't technically have anything lined up when I quit. But what I ended up doing was going to GameStop afterwards. This was back in 2011 by this point. I went to work at GameStop, which was probably the best experience that I've had, but granted, it was also during the time where I had the least amount of expenses. I was still living at home. Didn't have a car payment or anything. I could still drive my crappy car. Like I had it really easy. Living a home life. It is what it is. It's easy. So, from there, I'm trying to not to focus on the game too much. But from there, I worked at GameStop for about, trying to think here, quite a while. Not a super long time, but for a decently long time. I worked at GameStop for about 2.5 years, actually. Sorry, it took me a moment to think. I worked there until 2014, from 2012, or 2011 to, like, it was the end of 2011. So I worked there, yeah, from 2012 to 2000, I don't know, it was, hold on, I have to do math. No, I started in 2009, my bad, jeez. Forgot, I started GameStop 2009, and then I worked that until 2012, the summer of 2012 to be specific. And then I ended up quitting to work at a mattress store as a mattress salesman. And this is kind of where it starts, because this is my first full-time, or technically it was like 45 hours a week at the time, because I worked a little bit more. No, I think it was maybe full-time, but I don't know. It's 40 hours, but the days are really long on some of the days and shorter on the others, I guess, to equal it out. I forget exactly how it worked, but it was crazy regardless. But sorry, I gotta take my turn. Forgive me one moment while I taketh my turn. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play out, I think I have enough mana. Coins, so we get 5 mana. Now we can get 6. Do I really need 6? No, but watch this. I'm gonna play out an Ansel Mechano. It's gonna do a thing, I guess. I could have played out Merlin's Abimatic, but doesn't really matter. We're gonna give that 2-2. Why not? I'm also gonna give that some stuff, because why not? And we're gonna give it even more. Because why not? And we'll even knock that. There you go. Have your things. My hand is too full. Damn right. Okay. So, started working full time. It sucked. It was boring. Super boring. And quite frankly, I was just miserable. And I worked there not a full year, because they ended up laying me off because I wasn't that great. I just wasn't good at the job. And because I'm not a good salesman. by any means. I hate sales, especially high pressure sales, and that's exactly what mattress sales is. It's just like being a car salesman. You know, you gotta be really pushy. You only get a couple customers a day, if that. I've gone a couple days without customers at all. You're sitting there for 10 hours a day just waiting. You have no access to internet. You're just bored out of your mind. I didn't have a great phone, so I didn't have a whole lot to do. But yeah, so that's pretty much my story on that. Go ahead and kill this guy. Swap means attack and health. Ooh, interesting. So we'll just kill him. Blue face. There we go. Your opponent needs a new fate. Oh, interesting. I guess we get more fates as we go. That's funny. Alright, so where did I leave off with the story? Work full time. Oh yeah, then I got laid off. I was laid off for about not too long. One face fixes one. Oh wow. Oh god. I don't like that at all. That sucks. But God, that threw me off for a second, sorry. I was laid off for a few months, and then I got a job at a bank. And it wasn't in the bank itself, but I really needed the money. So, and I had just bought a car, like my first car with an actual car loan. And here I am, you know, unemployed now. I was like, oh crap, and I actually had to buy the car because my other car, it was just dying. It was just straight up dying. Like there was nothing you could do. It was gone. Completely beyond repair. I mean that to the fullest extent. Oh hey. Let's here. That kind of works. And then we're gonna give it to him. Alright, here's the interruption portion of the podcast here. I hear people shouting outside. I don't know what it's about, but it's very annoying. Hopefully you guys don't hear it too, because it sounds really dumb. How many bananas? Alright, tell you what, put out a couple coins. Not you. Yeah, I'll give a banana too. Why not? Okay. Sorry about that. To continue off, it was at the bank's call center that I started working in. Ironically enough, it was April 1st, 2013. It was like, oh, here's a cruel joke. You're going to start the job that makes you go the craziest you've ever been. And to this day, it holds that record. So at this bank, I was in the call center, but I wasn't the customer service side of things. No, I had the displeasure of making the outbound phone calls. So if you were a member of this bank, and luckily, that was the only luckily part, might I add, if you were a member of this bank, I would call you and pitch you, you know, products. You know, it's like, hey, I see you have a checking account. Why don't you get a credit card? That kind of nonsense. Yeah, you can imagine how that would go. So, pretty much, that I ended up having to do for quite a while. I was there for about a year and a half. And in the middle of it, it was just the worst. I wanted to quit pretty much every single day. And, well, not necessarily the beginning. Like, I wasn't going, you know, completely insane in the beginning of it all. But I was going pretty crazy pretty fast. About 6 months in, I wanted to quit. But by then, we had started, like, my fiance at the time, we started living in a new apartment. And I was the only source of our income by a country mile. So, pretty much had no choice but to stay there or find something better. and I was not finding anything better. Not at all, not by a long shot. So, pretty much, I was stuck there for a while, and then eventually she gets a job offer. She gets a job offer to work where we are now, at a college. And her job is managing the resident hall for an entire building. Like, she manages one entire resident hall. So we are provided a apartment on campus, and it's really nice. Well, the apartment itself is not really nice, but it's nice in the regard that we don't owe any rent. It's like living at home. You know, you're not paying anything. You're not paying internet. You're not paying heat. You're not paying electric. You know, you're not paying cable. It's like if you go to live at your mom's house and your mom doesn't make you front any of the bills. You know, kind of like just growing up as a teenager, or even beyond, or even, you know, a little kid, obviously. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, some people's moms, after they get to a certain age, they start charging them. So, I mean, not everyone's like that, but I know some. It's like, hey, if you're gonna keep staying in my house, you gotta start paying bills, kind of thing. Luckily, my mom never did that. But regardless, side note, sorry. And that's where we currently are now. It's not a permanent job. It was told right from the get-go that it is not a permanent job, which might be a good thing, because on a similar note, she's going absolutely nuts from the job. Like, she's just not having it. She's not having a good day by any means, pretty much on the daily. And I don't blame her. You know, like, she's going through a lot. She has to manage. Not only does she have to manage, you know, the entire resident hall. By the way, whenever I complain about people being loud, it's the other residents that live here. Which I hear them outside the door right now, because, you know, live within the hall. It's one of the drawbacks, but I get used to it. It doesn't bother me, but it might show up on the microphone. But trying to think here. I don't care if I'm misplaying, by the way, right now. I expect a lot of misplays. But you know, I just where was I going with that thought? I was driving her crazy. And ever since we moved here, initially I had to go on unemployment. So I was living the dream of getting paid a bunch of the money that I was getting paid before and not having to work. And I was on unemployment for about, trying to think here, at least 6 months, if not longer. I think it was like 6 to 8 months or something like that. And I was trying to find a full-time replacement job. And it was funny because I really, really, really wanted to start up a new YouTube channel. Really bad. More than ever before. And the only thing that really ever held me back from it was me. You know, and I say it's kind of funny because, oh, do I have lethal? I probably screwed this up somehow, but I don't really care. Alright, let's just let that be that. I'll get rid of some of these coins that I don't need. I could have just put out a totem, but whatever. Cool, we got the victory. Yay! But I started working a full-time job after the unemployment ran out. However, for me, this is a temporary job. By the way, I don't know if I explained it. Let me go back just a couple of steps. I think I mentioned that the job my wife currently works now is 3 to 5 years, and then after that, that position no longer continues. But then I said, you know, it's really high burnout, and right now she's she's actually only about a year and a half in, and she really wants to leave. Like, it's driving her absolutely up a wall, and I feel terrible. And we can't really leave because basically we have too many things we're trying to pay down. And even if I work full time, and even with rent pay, you know, being paid for free, we don't really have a whole ton of extra disposable income. But we're gonna try saving that money, you know, after we get things paid down, so that when we do leave, regardless of what happens, because she might get a job offer far away from here. We have no idea. Trying to think. Sorry, my brain got caught up in like different thoughts. Going back to me. I got a job offer. It was full-time but temporary. Let's see. Sneaky Specs says hello in the stream. Says hello, nice stream. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling on about my life right now. I just had just kind of one of those days. I just wanted to vent it out. This is also going up on YouTube too, so sorry if you're Sneaky Specs. I'm not sure if you're a first timer or not, but I apologize. I swear I'm not always this depressing. Usually I'm a bit more with it. But continuing on, so I got the full-time job, and oh, we're gonna do portals. You know what? Let's do portal this time. Let's try that too. Maybe nah. We should do coin. Ooh, or do confusion. All. Let's mess them up. All right. So, got the full-time job. It was nice. It was a nice job. I was working as what's called a claims processor, where I basically just processed claims. It's just as it sounds. It was for certain healthcare forms. I would go through, make sure data matches up with other data, put it into the computer, and it was good to go. The job itself wasn't actually too bad. It was really easy, the easiest job I ever had, really. But unfortunately, it was kind of one of those things where, you know, the boredom kind of got to you, and you're always sitting because you're in an office. Granted, this wasn't nearly as bad as being at M&T. M&T Bank, I was in the call center, and I was not only tied to a desk, but I was tied to a phone. I could never get up unless I signed off the phone, and they kept track of that like a hawk. Oh boy, crazy. Did not like it. Anyway, moving on. I'm no longer there. Technically, I'm no longer at the place I'm talking about right now, but it's kind of getting there. He's got a dread steed, that's funny. Sorry. Losing the thought train yet again. So this temporary job, I entered paperwork, blah, blah, wasn't, you know, it lasted 3 months. I met some really nice people there, though. And because of that, oh man, there you go. Met some really nice people, and, you know, it was kind of sad when I left, because I really liked those people. So, not really a whole lot you can do. I friended him on Facebook, but I don't really talk to him. And then, so I was unemployed again. And I don't remember if I collected more unemployment. I might have, but it didn't last nearly as long. I think I was only unemployed for a couple months this time around. In fact, I don't even think I bothered with the unemployment this time. So I ended up coining out a miscaller. But I ended up getting a job at, so from there to my most recent job previous to this one I just left, just for this new job that just started. I was working at a grocery store as one of the vendors, kind of like how you see the Coca, like if you go in a grocery store, I don't know how much you pay attention, but sometimes you see people stocking the Coca-Cola, or you see people stocking like Doritos and stuff. Usually that's done by a vendor, not the actual store employees, depending on the product. Some products are done by the employees, depending on what's gotten in. Really? I got a Murloc tie collar? And other times, you'll get, I'm going to do the best course of action here, which is pretty much nothing. But, oh, I messed that up. I guess it doesn't really matter. But, another year, so I was working as one of the vendors, basically. And I was stocking McCormick spices, as well as some of the actual spices within the store. And it was by far the most relaxing job, and I guess most rewarding job that I've ever had. Now, I don't know what you're thinking. Why would I leave that? Because I voluntarily left this job. Problem was, it was part-time again. I took it because I needed money really bad. I couldn't afford to be on unemployment as a whole. And so I took this job. And my wife, who is, I swear to God, the best person ever, that she was willing to give me money out of her paycheck to help me with my bills. Because despite the fact that we don't pay any cost of living here, we still have bills such as, you know, our medical bills, credit cards. I have my car that I'm paying off. So there's a lot of different things. Tons of different things. Just give me 2 seconds. I want to see what my new fate is here. Oh my god. Turn's taking so long. Just go. My new fate. Just want my new fate. You guys, I mean, yeah, that's not good. Let's do this one. Everybody is Murlocs. Because I said so. And we're also going to do Slash Belcher and Anti-Killbot. Oh. Have at me, sir. Okay. So anyway, the job was amazing. Fortunately, I had to leave because it was part-time, but I was there for about 7 months. It started last May. I think that's 7 months. Let's count the months together. We have May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Wow, that's actually 10 months. Wow, I was at this job for quite a long time, wouldn't you say? I don't know what the secret is. Actually, I cannot afford to play that out. Hopefully we can just kill this guy. Hopefully it's not a... Oh, there it is. And it's not a big deal. Oh, it's just effigy. That's not a big deal at all, because watch this. Double Dr. Boom Mayhem. Whoa. Anyway. So... I was there for 10 months. Wow, I can't believe I was almost there for an entire year. But unfortunately, I did some things. Like, I started to take the job for granted. Like, I would, because it was a job where I didn't have to clock in. It was a job where I didn't have to, you know, clock out for breaks. And I really took the job for granted. But the downside is they were willing to give me more hours if I did well. The downside being that pretty much no matter what, the maximum I was going to get was 48 hours. And on top of that, really all I was going to get out of the entire thing was pretty much the same pay which I was already getting, which wasn't good at all. It was only, trying to think here how much I did get paid. I kind of forget. Oh yeah, it was $9.50 an hour. Terrible. Completely terrible pay. And I think he's going to do the Murloc thing, so I better be careful what I put out. Sorry, the fate thing threw me off. So even if I got like a pay raise of $1, which I don't even know if I would have gotten that. Probably not. Like, they weren't going to be able to give me much. So I had to leave. It sucks, because I met some of the coolest people. I had some of the most relaxing days. I was only working 2 days a week. 16 hours for part-time, that's actually pretty good. Most part-time jobs make you work still 4 to 5 days, just very low hours. You're doing all kinds of traveling, you know, for pennies, really. That's how it was when I worked at GameStop. It was 4-hour shifts, you know, 20 hours a week. But, you know, I really did not get a whole lot. Alright. I'm just trying to evaluate my situation here. I can probably win it this round depending on what I get. Toss these out. That's not too bad. Let's see. Wonderful feeling would be kind of a waste. Blood Belcher's gonna be a huge deal. And I'll even toss out the Fire Guard Destroyer. Because why not? And we'll bring it home. Go ahead and kill that. Put the charge in for this. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Keep interrupting the story. I know, to play my game. How dare I? Oh, I doubt anyone on the YouTube side of this is gonna hear the whole thing. But so I left the job. I think I was still talking about the job. So yeah, I met some of the coolest people. It was just in general a great time. Took the job for granted, but even if I didn't, even if I was a perfect employee, at the end of the day, it wasn't doing enough for me. And I stayed there because my wife she was so nice. She just keep giving me, money I needed for bills and whatnot. And in a way I took advantage of it, but in another way it kind of paid back because when I was working at M&T Bank, I worked there for a year and a half, and she went through a huge period of unemployment and a huge period of only working a part-time job. So ironically enough, we're almost one for one. I was giving her money, I was paying the rent, I was doing everything. Oh man, it's really weird how that works out. It's almost like we're even. Like I'm pretty much sure we are. It's so crazy how fate works like that sometimes. And now I'm starting a new job. I started it 3 days ago. In fact, technically today was my third day. So 3 work days ago, if you want to consider today, done and over with. Started on Monday. And it was just orientation day. Then yesterday was still kind of like sit there and learn the rules day. And today was, see my desk and see how it is. Kind of a thing. Well, let's pick the fate here. Oh wow. Let's be different. Let's do fate armor. We've already won so many matches. It really doesn't matter. I say flame juggler, because yay. Alright. So what am I thinking here? Sneaky Smacks asks real quick, do I play Hearthstone with viewers? Yes, I do. In fact, I have recently done on my YouTube channel. If you look up the Sleepy Hearth, or no, this one's the Sleepy Hearth. Sleep by the Hearth on YouTube. Shameless self-plugging. You'll see that I had not only a battle with subscribers or a battle with viewers, I've had battle with other YouTubers as well. And I thought that was pretty fun. So I would definitely do that again. I won't pick the power mace because I want a weapon. But trying to think here. Yeah, I do play Hearthstone with viewers. Probably want a battle tag. I'll go ahead and type it in the chat. 5, 16, 4, 9 is the battle tag. Okay, so we got all this going on here. That's fine. I've got 6 armor. Come at me. Anyway, what was I saying? Man, this game's gonna take forever. Oh yeah. I started a new job, and it's actually another claims processor job. So nice and easy. Not too bad. The only problem I would say is that it reminds me a lot of the last claims processor job I had, where it's kind of boring. This place has some nice people, but not like the super, like I really lucked out on my last office job where I met some really nerdy people, so we got to talk about super nerdy things. I might see that here. I might get to do that. And honestly, I know I'm just being dumb before the job even starts. Fully get that. Fully understand that. But I don't know. It is a small worry of mine that I'm gonna just be super bored out of my mind. And it kind of just put me in this mood. This whole time, I'm describing my jobs and stuff. It's because I just got into a mood. Like when I got home, it's like, man, 3 days in a row. Come home, I feel like I have no time left in the day because I was used to having 5 days a week, essentially a 5-day weekend. I was only working Saturdays and Tuesdays. That is insane. Completely and utterly insane. And it was nice. You know, it was kind of nice. I was working, oh wow. Some top tier stuff there. Let's see. Give him another banana. I had all this time off, and I wasted a lot of it. But I mean, at the same time, when you don't have a lot of money, can you not waste it? And when all your friends are working full-time or close to full-time, there's really only so much you can do. But I'm just worried, and I know it's stupid. And I know I'm too young to be worrying about these sort of things, but maybe I just have to get used to it. That's probably what it is. You know, it's I know this is nowhere near the right comparison, but, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody who has relatives who fought in war, or family that has, you know, fights in war right now, but kind of feel in sort of a way, God, I feel like a dick for me. I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care. Just imagine you're a soldier and you're fighting in a war, and then you come home. You have to adjust to civilian life. And what I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying that I have to deal with some kind of like stressful, you know, post-traumatic thing, you know, or post-traumatic stress, I should say. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is I have to make an adjustment. And right now, I feel like that adjustment's going to be hard. However, I'm really spoiled, super spoiled in the regard of I would have never had this opportunity if my wife wasn't so awesome and allowed me to work part-time for as long as I did. It really reminded me of being in college. And I guess I'm going through my quarter-life crisis right now, where I never felt like I did the typical college thing of, you know, partying and whatnot. And I always kind of wanted to. I always wanted to know what that was like. I didn't do a whole lot. I wasn't super social. I met some nice people. I mean, I made some friends I still talk to today, but it's just one of those things where, you know, I felt like I could have done, I look back, and I feel like I could have done a lot more. It's like, am I doing enough? Am I doing the right thing? Don't really know. I'll get rid of that 6-2. God. Yeah, sorry for that cough. Okay. I'll tell you what. That's the wrong one. Nope. No, that's all work technically. I'll have the Divine Shield to get rid of it. And then that won't take away too much. We'll be fine there. Anyway. Got my hands just filled with bananas. But yeah, so it's just an adjustment period. I'm sure I'll be fine. Starting, you know, I mean, I haven't even gotten a feel for really what the job is. Right now I'm just doing training. But it's 8 o'clock at night. I'm gonna have to go to bed in like 2 hours. Wake up at 5 a.m. And it's just gonna be absolutely nuts. Did I just lose my silence? I think I did. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do against that? Tell you what, Tyrion. Tell you what, you are lucky today, my friend. You are lucky. There you go. Have at me. Ugh. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And it's just today, I didn't have a great day. And here's the thing though. Here's why I'm super spoiled, and I admit it. Like I said, my wife, who's got the crazy job right now, she's been going crazy more or less every single day. She feels like she hasn't had a break. However, on that note, to be fair for me, she also is a very anxious person. So she's usually anxious, I don't know, not all the time, but she can get anxious relatively easily, quicker than I can. So it's kind of one of those things where it's driving her nuts, but that's not necessarily because just the job. It's just the job doesn't mesh well with her personality. And you know, it's just kind of one of the things. Kind of one of them things. If we can get rid of him. Probably not. 7. Gonna take a massive hit to do it. We can get it done. Alright, I need a new fate, apparently. What do I get? What kind of fates do we get? What if we get more armor? Come on. Oh, I guess I don't get the fate till next turn. Whatever. But, so yeah, it's all weirdly balancing out. Like, she's super stressed. I'm super paranoid. It's so funny, though. Right now, I mean, I'll admit it. I've technically admitted on the last live stream. Right now, I'm only 26. Some people, it's like, oh man, you're old. And some people are like, oh, you're young. I don't know. I'm technically, in the grand scheme of things, only 26. Because a lot of people around me are a couple of years older. And I know a lot of older people who still don't know what they want to do with their life. So, oh, hold on. He's getting death ran around. Now, that mana burst would be nice, but it's not happening. I mean, dies. Or draws a card. That would be kind of nice, but I'm not sure. Probably the unstable portals. I can't technically use all of them. Ooh, that's not to be nice. Oh wow, this is going to be some crazy stuff. That Van Cleef is going to go nuts. Watch this. We're about to see some super wombo combo. Gotta make sure I do this right. He has, oh man, he has a lot. I better not screw this up. Okay, so, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hold on. 5 minutes second health. Whoa. And then Van Cleef. 18-18. Combos are real. Okay. So. We made a thing happen. Things are cool. If you can't plow through this, I win. So, let's see what he makes happen. Got an unstable portal. Can he pull the victory out of his hat? He might. If he gets charged, he can win right now. An 18-18 Van Cleef was, whew, that was so fun. Cannot complain. Cannot complain at all. But I mean, I have some great things going on in my life. I'm getting back into a lot of anime. I've been hanging out with friends at least once a week. Like, I got a lot of positives going on in my life. I'm just sad because I got all my free time's gone. And quite frankly, that's okay. That is okay. Now, what's this guy gonna do? Oh wait, we have lethal. Don't have lethal. Yeah, we do. Have lethal. Hold on. This is a very intense moment. Oh, sneaky specs, you forgot your match was running? Oh man. Okay. Oh wait, what? Oh, okay. You drew a card, but it got transformed to a chicken. Haha. Alright, watch this. Do 1 damage. Yep. Looks for you. Thanks for the banana. So long. And thanks for all the fish. And that's how you Van Cleef. That's how you pull a victory out of a hat, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the meaning of life is 42. Why my shaman's rank 42. And second I have 43, he'll never win a match again. Okay, let's open up that pack. I'm gonna wrap everything up. I'm sorry I vented all this out if you didn't want to hear it. You know, I apologize. To those of you in stream sticking around, I guess my life story must be somewhat interesting or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, we have enough money for another pack. Let's buy another pack. You get another pack while I'm here. Nikki, you better be watching. I'm gonna make this pack. I'm dedicating this pack to you, man. For being in the chat today. Sneaky Specs, everybody, in Twitch. Dedicating this pack to you. Alright. So we're gonna give this one a little shake. Shake side to side. Shake it up and down. Shake it around town, and then stop. Hammer time. Not only that, we're going to gently grab the pack. You can see the mana flow come in from the left, filling it with nice, peaceful, good mana. And the mana leaving it, all the commons. Well, I guess this doesn't have uncommons. It's all the commons and rares, even epics. We're going to fill this pack with nothing but legendaries. And one of them, if not more, shall be golden. Let us see what shall happen. No legendaries yet. Still none. Oh, aw. Not a whole lot. Explosive shot, eh. Don't feel bad. Every pack has its benefits. We got dust. Let's see the total amount of dust I have so far. I am able to dust 425. I won't do it yet though. I don't have to craft. I don't have anything I need to craft. I'm gonna hold on to the next set. See if there's anything I want to craft. Since they're gonna super warp meta a crazy ton. In fact, I kind of wonder, since we're here, since wild mode's coming soon, let's see if there's anything from goblins and gnomes I just don't want anymore. Actually, double hold on. They might adjust dust values for when wild comes out. Not to mention I might actually play wild, so I don't want to go too crazy. Yeah, I know that pack was not all that great, but yeah, it's not just life. I mean, I didn't spend my own money on it. So yeah, I think I'll take a break. God, this is a 54-minute episode. Crazy. Crazy. I think I'm actually going to go watch some anime. I want to thank all of you guys, even if the ones that didn't participate in the chat, for sticking around. Like I said, if you want to check out more of what I do, it's YouTube. I don't have a custom URL yet, but just look up Sleep by the Hearth. Or you can look up ASMR Hearthstone, and most likely you'll see one of the Sleep by the Hearth videos. And even on the front page, if you search ASMR Hearthstone or Hearthstone ASMR, you'll get to hear me just kind of talk in general. This is kind of the first time I focus more on, I guess, a real talk than the talk of the match. Usually I focus on what's going on in the game. Plus I do cover a couple other games, but I do want to thank you guys for letting me vent it all out. I'm sure I'll feel better tomorrow or even the next day or once the weekend comes around. Everyone feels better once the weekend comes around. In fact, this will be the first time in 10 months I haven't had to work a Saturday. That's got to count for something good, right? Exactly. Alright. I'm always terrible with goodbyes. I've always got really long goodbyes. So, with that, I'm just going to say goodbye. And hope you all have a good night. And I'll probably see you tomorrow too. Later.